All right, week 2 of the college championship here on the Final Wager, and it's my favorite type of game, win or go home. And our three players today have given us a fantastic way to start the semifinals. Tucker, first place, $12,000. Whitney pulling into second on the last clue, $10,600. Lori, just $1,600 behind Tucker. Very interesting wagering situation. Start with first and second, Tucker and Whitney. Whitney doubles up, she's going to have $21,200. So Tucker, to cover her, will need to wager $9,201. No more, no less. If he gets it wrong with that wager, he'll be left with $2,800. So to stay above that, Whitney can wager up to $7,800. And Lori can wager up to $7,600. Alright, now we look at second and third. Whitney and Lori. Lori doubles up, she's going to have $20,800. So to cover that, Whitney's going to need to wager at least $10,201. If she's wrong with that wager, she's going to be left with $400, which is more than Lori will, or less than Lori will have if she wagers appropriately against Tucker. Now, rule number 3, Lori, since it's so close in third place, is the only one who can benefit from a Rule 3 wager. She'll have to wager at least $1,601 to cover 0 wagers by both Tucker and Whitney. And then there is that addition to rule number 3, which says cover the unsafe wager, so you tack on another $1,600. That becomes $3,200. So these are the preliminary ranges. And now there are some mind games we can look at, and you can skip to the end if you don't want to see this, but it could come in handy someday. If Whitney thinks Lori's going to wager rationally, no more than $7,600, in that case, Lori will have $18,000. So to cover that, Whitney will need to wager $7,401. That gives her a nice alternative range here, $7,401 to $7,800, if she thinks Lori's going to do this right. And that means that if Tucker gets it wrong, Whitney still has a chance to win. If she gets it wrong with this wager, she's going to be left with $3,200. So if Lori is afraid of this happening, and this is a good restriction for her to do, she can wager up to $7,200. In the end, Lori wagered too much, but Tucker and Whitney did what they had to do. And congratulations to Tucker. We'll see him in the finals. A few quick thoughts before we go. First, I think it was a little strange for the contesting coordinators to put the 3 lowest scoring quarterfinalists in the same game. Tomorrow, actually, they'll have the 3 highest scoring quarterfinalists that they could put in the same game without matching players who had already played. Second, I don't think Webster should have been accepted. I think it needed to be more specific because Daniel was also prominent at the time, and if someone had put down who is Daniel Webster, could they accept who is Webster? I don't know. I had a similar problem in one of my games, and it cost me dearly. It wouldn't have cost Tucker here. He would have won no matter what because Lori had wagered a little bit too much. And we'll see him on Thursday in the finals. Who's going to join him? Let's find out tomorrow. We'll see you then on the Final Wager.